brand new year brings new changes and new possibilities. It's easy to sneer at New Year's Eve. Too expensive, too crowded, too much pressure to have the greatest nights of your life. Sure, you can relax at home by yourself, family and friends, or you can make it memorable by attending one of the best New Year's Eve parties in the world. Start off the new year on a positive note by clicking on the subscribe button with the bell notification. It's free, and you'll never miss a notification for a new trending Tenz top 10 video. From fireworks blasting across breathtaking backdrops to raucous street parties in cool capitals and all-night raves on beaches, there's no shortage of amazing ways to ring in a new year. The main question is, where should you go for New Year's? Here are the top 10 best places to spend New Year's Eve this year. Number 10, Las Vegas, Nevada. Of course, Las Vegas is on this list. It's the party capital of the world. With so many clubs, hotels, bars, and casinos to choose from, it's impossible not to celebrate in style. The official Vegas New Year's Eve party takes place on Fremont Street. Every year, the city turns 5 blocks into one massive block party, completed with confetti, big-name rocker concerts, all while watching fireworks shooting off the skyline. If that isn't crazy enough for you, you can find dance parties and clubs all over the city. There are so many live acts to choose from in Las Vegas, from renowned music stars to classic Broadway shows. Enjoy an incredible show and then head out for a fancy dinner with cocktails, watching the fireworks dance across the skyline. Number 9, Hong Kong, Asia. Here, you'll find one of the best fireworks displays on earth. Hong Kong puts on an amazing pyrotechnic show featuring a showering of lights and sounds over the Victoria Harbour. It even has a countdown that includes a replica Times Square ball drop at midnight. It is one of the most visited party destinations in the world. More than 1 million people participate in New Year-related events, parties, and public gatherings. Once the clock hits midnight, you can enjoy a 10-minute musical fireworks show for a memorable experience. The best views can be found from the water by boat, but if you're on land, the Avenue of Stars in the Tsim Sha Tsui in Kowloon or the bars in the Lang Kwai Fong district are all great places to celebrate. Number 8, Dubai, UAE. Dubai made it to the Guinness Book of Records in 2014 for having the largest fireworks display with close to 500,000 shells fired in 6 minutes over 400 parts of the Dubai shoreline. The skyscrapers are all decorated with fancy lights, including the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, which hosts an extravagant firework display and an incredible laser light show. There is a party at every bar and club around the city, and if you want to escape the crowds, you can join a cruise with a personal chef. If you're an adventurer, you can take a desert safari and watch the skylight up the city's fireworks and from towering sand dunes. Dubai is by far the most expensive and luxurious place to spend New Year's Eve. Number 7, Paris, France. For those who want a romantic New Year's Eve, look no further than Paris. As one of the most picturesque cities in the world, you can use the glowing Eiffel Tower as a stunning backdrop to the magnificent New Year celebration. It has high-class dining, clubbing, fireworks, and the chance to sip champagne on the Champs-Élysées. On the New Year's Eve, you can enjoy a cruise down the River Seine, having dinner with a Parisian cabaret entertainment. Or you'd rather enjoy dinner and entertainment at the famous Moulin Rouge, a legendary cabaret venue. There is also an incredible laser light show at the Arc de Triomphe and leftover market stalls from Christmas serving mulled wine and food. The city stays open late. Number 6, Edinburgh, Scotland. The beautiful Scottish city of Edinburgh puts on its annual extravagant Hogmanay, which means a celebration of the last day of the year. It is one of the biggest events of the year that is celebrated over 4 days with firework displays, markets, traditional Silete dance, and live concerts. One of the world's greatest fireworks displays takes place at midnight, with magnificent Edinburgh Castle as the backdrop, while the party continues until the sun comes up. There's a Viking-style torchlight procession along the Royal Mile, where the crowds light up the streets of Edinburgh, marching along to the beat of the drums and the atmospheric sound of the Scottish bagpipes. On New Year's Day, brave souls will take part in the Looney Duck, an annual splash in the freezing River Forth. Number 5. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. For those who want to spend New Year's Eve somewhere hot, beautiful, and vibrant, Rio de Janeiro is perfect. Most Brazilians spend New Year's at the beach instead. One of their unique traditions is to jump into the sea at midnight and tackle 7 waves for good luck, and you can make a wish for each wave you hit. Another tradition is to dress all in white, especially when you head out for cocktails on Copacabana Beach. An important detail to know is what color underwear you're wearing, because each color has a different meaning. Be careful, if you're wearing it under a white garment and then jumping in the sea, there's no way to keep your color a secret. Expect lots of barbecues, swimming, and plenty of dancing at the beaches. Number 4. Moscow, Russia. Did you know Russia has 2 New Years? As per the Orthodox Russian calendar, Christmas was celebrated on January 7th and New Year's on January 14th. Unfortunately, this doesn't mean 2 vodka-filled parties. The first one is filled with fireworks and parties. The best place is the mythical Red Square, one of the most exclusive locations in the world, where you will see the firework display light up St. Basil's Cathedral. The second New Year's is more of a family dinner celebration. It involves singing and fortune-telling. Who knows? If you manage to make some Russian friends, you might be lucky enough to get an invitation to a traditional Russian New Year's celebration. Be wary of the cold weather, though. Number 3. Sydney, Australia. Sydney is one of the first capital cities in the world to welcome the new year. With 7 tons of fireworks at Sydney Harbour Bridge, it's one of the biggest New Year's celebrations, attracting more than 1 million people. You can join the boats filled with partygoers to watch the explosive fireworks overhead at midnight, or book one of the many waterfront restaurants by the Sydney Harbour Bridge for a front row seat to the brilliant light display. There are 2 displays, one for families at 9 p.m. and the extravagant show at midnight. These displays take over a year of planning and over $1 million. Don't forget, December is summer in Sydney, so there's no need for winter jackets. Pack your bathing suits, lotion, and sunglasses and head to a massive dance party at Bondi Beach. Number 2. London, United Kingdom. London thrives on New Year's Eve. The banks of the Thames are brighter than ever, and the Big Ben is decorated and ready for the big countdown. The Big Ben light show is one of the iconic New Year's Eve images in the world. The fireworks that explode as the clock strikes 12 aren't just a display, they're an extravagant show in the sky that rivals any performance. They can even be seen from rooftops and balconies across London. If you want to get out there and really experience the display, the best views are from the Westminster Bridge and the North Embankment of the River Thames. The party continues throughout the night, while activities on New Year's include a parade with marching bands, colorful floats, costume dancers, and a procession of the Queen's horses. Number 1. New York City, New York. We all know the classic choice is the Big Apple. Go big or go home is the rule in New York City. The world-famous event is broadcasted nationwide, watching the ball drop in Times Square, packed with over 1 million people gathered in the cold to watch it. In addition, there are hundreds of fireworks displays and outdoor parties. There are live performances and concerts if you want to escape the cold. Perhaps even go on board a cruise or the Staten Island Ferry to see the magnificent city glow and celebrate from the crowds. You can write your resolutions and wishes for the new year on the event website and see it printed on the confetti that will explode from the giant ball at the stroke of midnight. Thank you for watching the top 10 best places to spend New Year's Eve, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button with the bell notification. It's free.